Video from my May 10th dive to the Scar of Scotland and the Palawan. This is video from the Star of Scotland. You can see just how bad the biz is. It might have been 10 feet at best. From what I understand, October, November is really the best time to make this dive. What's kind of cool is there's supposed to be a school of giant black sea bass here. Here's my deco profile for the Palawan. I managed a good 37 or so minute bottom time and had about 15 minutes worth of deco. This is the bow of the Palawan. I'm not sure how this footage is going to come out. I'm running it at a little bit of a fast forward pace. And here is actually video of me swimming the entire length of the 440-foot wreck. I've sped it up 7 times, so that way you're not sitting here for 6.5 minutes as I slowly swim through. But as you can see, the way the Palawan was laid to rest, they stripped basically everything from the deck up. So it's a series of compartments that you can leapfrog if you want to. And each of these compartments has doors that you can swim through. So there's a lot of light-to-light swim-throughs, and I'll show you a covered light-to-light swim-through here in a minute. But to put this in some size perspective, at 440 feet, it's a good 80 feet longer than the Yukon. It's a very, very big boat. It's also unfortunate that they stripped so much of the structure out, but there are some places where you can do penetration. It sits in about 130 feet of water. I managed to make it down to 128 feet. From what I understand, if you actually go inside the middle of the ship, it's sort of dug itself into the sand. And in the middle of the ship, in the engine room area, it can get down to like 140 or so. I didn't make it close to that deep. I didn't have a buddy who was penetration qualified, so I really didn't want to risk it. Here you see me doing some swim-throughs, some of the more covered swim-throughs. There's plenty of light-to-light penetration opportunities. It's a pretty cool dive, and I can only imagine it being much more fun if I had somebody that I could go into the lower storage compartments and actually swim around inside. It's not quite as encrusted with life as the Yukon is, which is surprising since it's been down since the 80s, whereas the Yukon has been down a fraction of the time. I can't really say that it's a temperature thing either, because the temperature at the bottom for me was 50 degrees, which is quite a bit colder than the Yukon. So your guess is as good as mine. Maybe there's simply not the nutrients to support the life. Who knows? But I look forward to diving it more in the future.